We're at the Alt 98.7 pool party at La Quinta Resort with certainly one of the men of the hour, or I guess of the last year or so. It's Mr. Hozier.
Hey.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time to stop by. It's a big weekend for you. First time at Coachella?
It is. Yeah, it's my first time here. Yeah.
We talked a little bit before the camera went on. You caught a little bit of AC/DC last night.
I did. I caught the set. Yeah, man, they sounded amazing. They're
Sure.
really, really on form. Yeah, really top form.
What was your first impression being on the Coachella grounds?
I've never I'm not used to festivals with such good weather.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also so many palm trees. So it's just beautiful. Like even just visually, like it's a stunningly beautiful festival. Yeah.
We've been trying to talk to a lot of bands about their impressions of Coachella going in. It's certainly one of the biggest and most respected music festivals
I would think so.
in the world.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about it coming in? Is it a bigger show for you, or is it just another?
It is for me. I think there's a slight air to be playing. I think we're playing the Coachella stage. We're playing like the kind of to be doing that at 6 o'clock. That's a rattler. Like that's, you know what I mean. For me, it's a big one, and it's my first American festival of the year.
Mm-hmm.
One of my first American festivals. Well, I haven't played that many American festivals at all. And Coachella is a big one, and it's a big deal for me. Yeah.
Have you noticed a distinct difference between European festivals and the few American festivals that you've played, or are they all just kind of the same?
There's little differences. I find it with some American festivals is drinking areas,
Yeah.
whereas in UK festivals, or certainly most European festivals, your lads are just drinking beer everywhere. You know what I mean? So there's that, and that informs a slightly different attitude in the crowd. You
Yeah,
know?
I was going to say, does that mean American festivals have pockets of good crowds where European festivals generally have gigantic big crowds because everyone can drink?
Yeah, it's. I think everyone is just drinking. It's maybe I have to wait and see tonight. Like, but it definitely might inform like a different kind of attitude. Although, so people are probably engaging in different stuff rather than alcohol. So that
like vitamin B12 shots.
Vitamin B12
and things
shots.
like, of
and
course.
Yeah. Like, you know, getting the vitamins off celery
Yes,
sticks.
sure.
And, yeah.
Knowing that this is a bigger festival, and this is Coachella, as we said, one of the most respected festivals on the planet, do you have anything different planned for your set? Do you bring something special?
We're gonna try and do something fun. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it'd be a shame to do Coachella and not do something fun. So yeah, we might, and sometimes we throw a cover into the set. It's made all the more fun with the atmosphere of a
Sure.
festival. So we might have something up our sleeve. I don't know. I can't. You know, I don't want to give anything away. But
I wish this interview was happening a couple of hours after your
Yeah,
set,
I'd
so I
love
could
that
talk
too.
to you about whatever you have planned instead of a couple hours before, because I'm sure you're not going to spill the beans right now. What I was hoping you could spill the beans on, I was looking, there's something called 100 Days of Hozier.
Yes.
I didn't have any idea what it was. I
Yeah.
saw it, I was interested by it, I was hoping you could tell me.
Yeah, 100 Days of Hozier was something that there's a comedian and an actor in LA called Anna Lore decided, I think, like long at some stage to Photoshop herself and myself into in romantic situations, or like as
Awesome.
if we were a couple or best friends. And she decided then to do this for 100 days and do 100 of these. And she's very, very funny. And I caught on somewhere midway through the project.
Sure.
And I very, very funny. Like real unsettling, very, very terrifying, kind of restraining order type stuff. Like
Yeah, I want to say I saw some sort of Calvin Klein ad
Yeah,
or something like
that
that,
would be-
where you're standing there and looking very, very chipped and buff.
Yeah, I don't have that body. Yeah. No.
And she's curled up right next to you.
Yeah. It's real. I think there's a twisted nature to it, but I
Sure.
thought it was very, very funny. Yeah, I have to say.
Have you met her in person?
Yes.
Or,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
So, was it awkward or?
No, I think maybe I was worried that it would be, but then she was just very like, it's all done in absolute kind of, you know, with irony to it, like a psycho fan, you know.
Yeah.
But and so yeah, she's very funny. She's a comedian and an
Cool,
actor, you know,
cool. Yeah, it seemed like a fun thing, and you can see it on the Hozier social media. You've been very good about at this point kind of reposting some of the better ones.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's been such a crazy year for you.
Yeah.
So many things have happened. You've gotten so many accolades, including an iHeart Music Award a couple of weeks ago. Can you describe what it's been like for you? Is there a way to do that? I know it's probably been overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean it's been a rush, definitely. The last year has been a real head spinner. so many things I just never kind of in my wildest dreams. Like I never expected I would be doing, say, performing at the Grammys. That was a huge kind of, you know, the big deal for me. Doing something like Saturday Night Live, a lot of it I'm still getting my head around.
Sure.
It just, yeah, so just been thrilled. It's been a rush.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You have expressed some trepidation about this music being in those big places, whether or not it's a Coachella or a Grammys performance, from the standpoint of. And again, correct me if I'm wrong, you said this music was meant for smaller crowds and smaller audiences, and if anything, it's been the opposite of that. Is that true?
Yeah, I think initially, music is meant for whoever enjoys it, but I think initially I didn't imagine that I would have, this music would have a large audience, and the success of Take Me to Church really took off in a way that I couldn't have been prepared for, and I've had to, you know, I'm adjusting to that. But I mean, it's a rush and it's a thrill. And if people, I'm just amazed, thrilled that people,
Of course,
enjoy the music. You know.
Yeah,
just,
no,
loving
of course, absolutely. Do you remember, knowing that you're playing the main stage at Coachella, 6 o'clock today, what you were doing 1 year ago today?
No, but I will check. I will check that.
Sure.
I will check that. I think. Okay, it's April. So.
I remember you playing South by Southwest last year.
Yeah, I was doing South by Southwest. So this is not too long after like my first American shows.
Yeah.
So, and they were like a few hundred people, you know. So I think I might have been back in Ireland at this point, writing the rest of the album, maybe, or maybe finishing the rest of the album. Yeah, maybe.
Well, you've certainly come a long way since then.
Totally,
Congratulations
man.
on everything.
Thank
for
you
sure.
very, very much.
Have a great show tonight, and we appreciate you stopping by.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, man.
It's Hozier. We're at the Alt 98.7 pool party at the La Quinta Resort in the desert.